Hi all, welcome back to Enchanting English. Today we are going to learn about 4 important semi-modal verbs that we use to make sentences in English. They are used to, ought to, need and dare. Come, let's learn more about it. Let's learn about the usage of these different semi-modals. The first one is used to. Used to is used to refer to past discontinued habit. Here's an example for you. I used to drink milk when I was a child. It means that you don't have the habit of drinking milk now. It was your habit in the past, but now you don't like milk and you don't drink milk. Remember, if you want to refer to a present habit, you cannot use used to. So it's wrong to say, I used to exercise every day. When you speak about a present habit of exercising, you cannot say, I used to exercise every day. And the correct usage is, I exercise every day. You simply use simple present tense. I exercise every day. And you are not supposed to use I used to exercise every day. If you use I used to exercise every day, it means that you don't have the habit of exercising now in the present. This was a habit in the past. Shall we now move on to the second one? Yeah, that is ought to. Let's look at the usage of ought to. Ought to is used to convey moral obligation. What do you mean by moral obligation? It means moral duty. So, here is an example. You ought to look after your parents. What does it show? It shows your moral duty. It's your moral obligation to take care of your parents. So, it shows your moral duty. Now, there's another usage of ought to. Ought to conveys advice. Imagine you want to advise your friend who has gained a lot of weight. You would say, my dear friend, you have gained a lot of weight. You ought to stop eating junk food. So here you are giving an advice to your friend. You know that your friend likes junk food and he or she eats a lot of junk food, and that's the reason that she or he gains weight. So you give an advice saying you ought to stop eating junk food. So it conveys an advice. Let's look at another usage of ought to. Ought to is also used to convey necessity. This example will make it clear for you. The government has declared a 1-week lockdown. So we ought to buy provisions and vegetables. It means it is necessary for you to buy provisions and vegetables so that you will have enough vegetables with you for a week. So it shows necessity. Let's look at another usage. Ought to conveys even duty. So you have an example here. You ought to submit your assignment on time. Your teacher may tell you, you ought to submit your assignment on time. The teacher is reminding you about your duty to submit your assignment on time, and hence it here shows duty. So remember, ought to can express 4 different meanings. It can show you moral obligation, it can show advice, it can show necessity, and also it can show duty. Let's now move on to the third semi-modal verb, that is need. Remember, need is not followed by to. It's not like the other 2 semi-modals that you learned, used to and ought to. Need doesn't take to when it is used as semi-modal verb. Now let's learn what need conveys. Need is used to show necessity or lack of necessity. So we use it in the negative sentence to show lack of necessity. Here's an example for you. We needn't buy vegetables. We have already got many in the fridge. It means there is no necessity to buy vegetables. So it shows lack of necessity. Remember, when you use to after need, it becomes a main verb. It doesn't function as modal verb or a semi-modal verb. How can you identify whether it is used as main verb or semi-modal verb? Remember, in this sentence, we need to keep our surrounding clean. The subject is we. If I replace a subject with she, it becomes she needs to keep her surrounding clean. She needs to keep. See, need becomes needs. If it is Priya, Priya needs to keep her surrounding clean. So the verb takes different form. We need, I need, you need, whereas she needs to keep. So the form of the verb keeps changing, and hence it is used as main verb. It is not used as semi-modal verb. Let's now move on to the fourth semi-modal verb, which is dare. D-A-R-E, dare. What does this verb convey? Normally, we use dare in negative or interrogative sentences, and it conveys braveness or courage or lack of courage in the negative form. Here's an example for you. She daren't go against her father's wish. What does the sentence mean? She daren't go against means she does not have the courage to go against her father's wish. She lacks braveness or she doesn't have courage is the meaning. Now, dare is also used to convey challenge, especially in interrogative sentences. So here is an example for you. How dare you speak like this? You can also say, how dare you open my bag? So all these are used to convey challenge. So we have covered now the usage of 4 semi-modals: used to, ought to, need and dare. This is quite easy to use in sentences without any doubt if you learn the correct usage of all these verbs. I hope you could understand this well. Let's now check your comprehension. I have 3 sentences for you. Fill in the blanks using semi-modal verbs. Here is the first sentence for you. I dash water my plants. They have almost dried up. Which semi-modal would you use here? Yeah, you are right. You would use ought to. What does the sentence convey? It conveys that since the plants have dried up, it is necessary for you to water your plants. So it shows necessity. Remember, you have learned that ought to can convey necessity and also need can convey necessity. But which one would you use here? You would use only ought to, because I dash water, I ought to water. You don't have to given here. And need, I told you, need when used as semi-modal, it takes only need, it doesn't take to. Since to is not given here, you cannot use need. Instead, you can use only ought to, which conveys necessity. Let's now look at the second one. Jane danced well in her teens. It tells you something about Jane's habit in the past. The ability that she had in the past, which she does not have now. The practice or habit that she had. So you would use used to. So the right answer is Jane used to dance well in her teens. The third one. David has got a very poor score in his exams. He dash not show his progress card. Which one would you use here? You mean to say that since his score is very less, very poor, he doesn't have the courage to show his progress card. So which semi-modal verb is used to show courage or lack of courage? Yeah, you are right. The answer is dare. So the answer is he dare not show his progress card. I think with this comprehension skill, comprehension test, you have understood the different usages of semi-modal verbs. With this, I think you would be able to use all these semi-modal verbs without any doubt or confusion. Hope the session was very interesting to you. Please do click the like button. Also, please share, comment, and if you are not my subscriber, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.